All right, now that you've read the outline in my blog post, here is a video explaining with an actual article how that outline really works. So first, as we've set the stage, we're doing our pre-writing stages consideration. So we're trying to have the reader or our prospects consider the category and type that your software solution falls into as the correct solution. But we don't want to actually mention your product yet or your brand, because doing that would prevent us from planting the seed of considering our type of solution as the correct solution in the prospect's mind. So next, you set the goal for your article. So here, my goal is to have leaders at staffing agencies and large corporations believe that AI recruiting actually improves diversity. Then we're going to move to the intro. So right away, what I like to do is in the first sentence of the intro, you're going to do two things. You want to call out directly who this article is for, and you want to build a positive connection with them. So what I'm kind of doing here is saying that, hey, this article is for recruiting leaders and staffing leaders. And, a lot of you guys care about diversity and recruiting, and that's amazing. So it's like walking up to someone and paying them a compliment, right? So then you're going to flip the script, because now that they feel good, you say, oh, wow, that's great. But what a lot of our data shows is that diversity champions like you misunderstand the impact AI recruiting has on diversity. So now they're hooked, like, oh, wait, I care about diversity. I think of myself as a diversity champion. I'm a staffing recruiting leader. What do I misunderstand about AI? Then you move into your problem and promise, right? So the problem, why do you misunderstand it? Well, the AI recruiting space is really cluttered and confusing. And you care about improving diversity. And you need to know that choosing the right AI recruiting technology can help you make more diverse hires than ever before. So that's an interesting problem. So you made them aware of a problem they didn't know they had. And now, since they think that most of their peers don't know about this problem, there's a potential advantage to be had from learning it, learning more about it. So now they're ready for your promise. So in the promises in this article, we'll cover issues with the types of AI recruiting technology and what to consider when evaluating AI recruiting for impact on diversity. So next, we're going to agitate the problems we brought before, right? So, okay, we've said there's a problem with AI recruiting technology, but the reader doesn't really know what that problem is. So first, we want to agitate the ways that AI recruiting creates bias in the hiring process. So I just went through and created some examples. So you generally want one process example and one technology example at a minimum, right? So if you read the founder's mentality, one of the things they talk about in that book is that for early stage startups, it's all about going to war. The company is going to war against a process that isn't serving the customer well and technologies that aren't serving the customer well. So you want to do the same thing here. We're going to go to war against the wrong process for building AI and the wrong technology or automation solution used that's available on the market today for filtering out candidates. So now you've agitated the problem, and you've done that by also providing third-party evidence so that it becomes actually credible. Because if you don't provide that third-party evidence to support your statements, it's not credible. Remember, these people know they're on a vendor website, so you need to provide third-party evidence. Otherwise, everything you say is just not credible, right? So next thing, you've established the problem, you've built credibility, they believe you, there's issues with these things, there's issues with the processes that are commonly used. So now they're stressed out, right? So, oh man, that doesn't work. Then how can I actually make a positive impact on diversity by using AI? So next, what you want to do is transition or deposition and transition. So in one sentence, you're going to deposition the process and the technology that you shared, and then you're going to build interest into a transition on, so what else is out there? So now you're going to now that you've transitioned, you're going to talk about the concepts and the category your solution falls into without actually mentioning your solution. So it's here that you really plant the idea inside your prospect's head that, hey, this type of solution is actually the best move for a staffing recruiting leader that cares about diversity and is smart enough to know about these problems that most of them don't know about. So you've kind of brought them inside a special circle now. So you're going to do that here, again, what you're going to go and do is you're going to go back in your points you're going to make here and see these problems. You're going to talk about how this different type of solution, the type of solution you're actually selling, but you're not selling here, you're selling the concept of, actually overcomes these problems you agitated before. And then you are going to give some advice on how to find the right type of solution. Again, without mentioning your solution, but you're going to sell qualities that your solution has to these people. So you really need to know about the product to sell the qualities. And when you wrap up, a big mistake people often make is, hey, let's pitch the product now. But no, because this is a consideration stage piece. And if you pitch a product in the consideration stage piece, you've done it too soon. And you've basically ruined all of the work you've done. You can't do the, what's that movie with Leonardo DiCaprio? You can't incept the idea into their mind anymore to consider your type of technology as the right solution if you pitch. So don't pitch at the end. Create and provide more helpful content solutions instead. And that is how you can write a really good engagement level, not engagement level, but consideration stage article.